Welcome back to my channel. Today we are talking about a collaboration I absolutely love, and this is the Star Wars and Colourpop collaboration, and this is the Darth Vader palette. Of course I had to buy it, so if you want to see what I think about it and this little tutorial as well, then stay tuned. Of course, before we go into the tutorial part, let me introduce you to the Star Wars and Colourpop collaboration. This is the Darth Vader Pressed Powder Palette. You can definitely see it is beautiful. It, by the way, came with a sleeve that is looking identical. You also have the color names and all the good stuff on the other side, and you do have them here as well. And you can see it's foiled. It has a mirror. You have Darth Vader and the Death Star here. I Have You now is on the mirror, and this is the palette. You do have a row of really dark shades. This is a dark plummy purpley shade. You do have a black with shimmer or glitter. You do have a dark gray, so you could go in the gray direction. The second row is only shimmers. You have a silver shimmer, a red shimmer, and a goldish, like a dirty gold shimmer. And then you have two matte shades. Both are gray. This one is a little bit more, they have both a little bit of warmth in it. And then you have a Super Shock Shadow, which is the shade Stormtrooper. Those are the shades. I will blend in some swatches as well. The shades are stunning and beautiful, and I mean, like, look at this. They are so damn pretty. I was, to be honest, surprised about the Super Shock Shadow because no one talked about it, because there was no, like, it doesn't say anything about a Super Shock Shadow involved, which is a little bit strange, but I mean, we go with it. I feel like this palette is the same great Colourpop formula than the other two, and I feel like this is a really nice palette if you are a Star Wars fan and if you love like dark and sultry shades. I do have to say, this is not my favorite like color scheme, and wouldn't I be like a immense Star Wars fan, I wouldn't have bought this, to be hands down real with you, because normally I don't go for the kind of smoky eyes. The shadows are really pretty. The glitter here is almost not detectable. I did spray it for my look today. You will see it in the tutorial part. The shadows perform beautifully, so I don't have any problems with that. Like I said, if you do love Star Wars, maybe this is a great piece or a great collector piece for you. If you love smoky eye, reddish toned, grayish toned palettes, this one is really pretty, and it doesn't have, I think it doesn't have like a really warm shade as well. Like, these gray tones do have a little bit of warmth, but it's not like warmth. You know what I mean? It's not like a warm brown or anything like this. Even the gold is a dirty gold, so even that is a little bit more suited for the palette, in my opinion. Let's compare this one to the other two Star Wars palettes that were already like launched. We have the Mandalorian palette and the Child palette. This one is indeed the deepest like color scheme. I think the most like close to it indeed the Mandalorian palette. You can definitely see they do have not even similarities. This one is quite cool toned. This one also have warmth, but of course they do have both grays. So if you like a little bit of a warmer grayish tone, I think the Mandalorian palette is great. Also, if you like a pop of like yellow, this one is amazing. You do have really pretty duochromes in this one as well as some warmer browns. This one is, like I said, more of a cool tone palette in general, and in comparison to the Child palette, I think you definitely can see that these are not even like, I mean, this one is a warm tone palette. This is also the colorful, like the most colorful of all, I feel like, with a lot of green. Of course, there's some red in here, but I mean, it's not really that, you know, you know what I mean. So I feel like, indeed, my favorite so far is still the Child palette, and then there is the Mandalorian palette, and then there is this one. But I mean, like, look at them together. I mean, it is so pretty. I like I said, I bought it mainly because I'm a fan of Star Wars, and I mean, I love Colourpop, so there was no question about that. Like I said, I do like all of them. The quality is amazing. This one is the first one that has like a super strong shadow inside. All of them has like a matte with glitter inside. Yeah, but no glitter, by the way, which I do enjoy. I hope that they come out with a more colorful palette as well, maybe with Padme, or there are some say that Padme and Queen Amidala need 2 palettes. I totally agree. So I think like when we have that, I think that this one is more colorful. I would love to see that. On the other hand, to be honest, I feel like these two are quite neutrally palettes. So I hope they go into a more colorful route with another palette and not just like release an like neutral palette after neutral palette after neutral palette. You know what I mean? Just my opinion. Are they worth it? I love them. So yes, they are worth it. The quality is amazing. I do like them. If you like Star Wars or anything like this, I mean, normally you can buy them at a later play or like a later time in a bundle. I think that will happen with these as well. So see, if you don't have any yet, maybe you can look this up and buy a bundle. I love them, just saying. And you can, of course, you can combine all 3 of these, you know, in one look or in 2 looks or whatever. So it's not wasted time. This is, I think, $16. Is the palette is $16 if I'm not mistaken, and I think those were as well. So all of them are 16 bucks, which is great, by the way. So let's jump into the tutorial part to see how the shadows perform. Like I said, I absolutely love them, so definitely would recommend them. So let's scoochie you in, and we do a look with the Colourpop Star Wars collection. I am dying to use the reddish color, like the deepest, on my outer corner, so let's do that. Just add it to a brush. Let's see, that's the first time touching. I didn't even swatched it so far. So let's see. Oh, yes. I mean, should I have a mirror somewhere? Maybe again. Maybe I can see something at the end of the day. So let's see if I can. Oh, this color is so damn pretty. I mean, look at this. It is super, super nice. Didn't patch up. Like really, 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 really pretty. Oh, love it. I do love it quite a bit. So I laid it down. I think I want to like blend it out with Better Station, which is this color. This one is indeed a shimmer, so I won't use that. So we'll use this shade here and just try to blend it out. Let's see if that's working. I mean, it's a gray on a like purpley reddish color. Let's see if that's, you know, working. I'm trying here to use as many shades as possible with a look that looks at the end quite nice. So we'll see how this is going. We'll see how or with what we end up, like what the look will be. So like this, it definitely worked. You can definitely see it is more blended here on this side. By the way, my makeup is already finished, so followed, welcome here. And yes, I do have a little bit followed though. Yes, so I think this worked really well. You can definitely see it blended out quite nicely with the gray, even though it's not like normally on the normal basis I wouldn't maybe combine those, but in this case worked great. I do want to use like the black shimmery color, the dark side, on a brush, and I will just use it. Oh, this is powdery though. And then just spray it, so we have a really, oh well, that was the wrong one, but we make it work. And just put that on the outer edge. I feel like you don't get a lot of shimmer with this. Like you don't get a lot of those micro sparkles. I mean, it's pretty, don't get me wrong, but you know, it's almost like a black. So we'll see. Yeah, it's almost like a plummy black. We're fine with that. You can definitely see, you see like I have a lot of kick up in the pan. Trying to not blow that anywhere, because that could be horribly wrong. I will use I Am the Master, which is the red shimmer, next with the same brush. I just cleaned it off a little bit and then just, you know, put it on. I feel like I did also change the setting spray. This one has a finer mist though. It's the same brand, but we don't care. So I will use the red and just pack it on directly beneath or directly next to the black. Feel like this is a really pretty color. You can definitely see this is more like purpley instead of like reddish. I think we'll put in something here that is more grayish to bring everything together, but so far do like that quite a bit. Tie everything together in this part of the eye. I will use the gray color, which is the Empire, and just put that on that part of my eye. Could have done that before, but I mean, you can see you always can switch it up a little bit and do that as well on the other eye. So it's just like blending in a little bit of gray as well, because that look is not smoky enough, and I'm pretty excited. I think I'll every single color of the palette, which is not bad, by the way. I will clean the brush a little bit up and then, you know, just, oh well, I could blend with, because why not? I can blend with Imperial Forces, I think this one. I will use this one and then blend the edges here. Oh, that's looking pretty. This one is a little bit warmer of a gray. You definitely can tell it works quite well. And I think I will use, the Stormtrooper. This should be a Super Shock Shadow. I did in here like to swatch the like the shimmers. Like I said, I didn't have the swatches, so I will definitely use this one in the inner corner. I think I did put the reddish shimmer shade, which is I Am the Master, a little bit also on the gray, so it tied in pretty nicely. And now I will use Stormtrooper and put that into my, oh, that's working. Okay, great. Let's see. And then put it into my inner corners so that I have a little bit of light. Party formula, so much fun. With the fun part is that I think no one or nowhere it says that this one is indeed a Super Shock Shadow, but indeed it is. Which, I mean, don't tell us. We're just the consumer, so. This lightest shade, I think it's like a lighty pink. It's a lighter pink. shimmer. You can of course use that as a highlight as well if you love super shock shadows. Yeah, just use that a little bit in the inner corner and in the inner part, because I do like that. I think you can definitely see, oh, this looks really pretty. I will clean up a little bit and then go to the lower lash line. So I just put on away like on a normal basis. Please start with your eyes with like a deep dark palette, just saying. But I will use of course the deepest shade which we use. It's Sith Lord, so sorry, on the outer part of my eye, because I mean I used it there as well, so it ties everything together. Then I think the only two shades I didn't use is the silver and the golden shade, so I think I will use the silver on the like this part of my eye. The gold didn't fit in here, I'm sorry. Let's use the silver, which is Death Star, this one, in my inner part. Let's see if I can do this before my battery dies. Yeah, this is looking not bad. Let's change the battery though. This is the finished look. Let me add some liner and lashes, and then yeah, we talk about everything. So this is the finished look. I just added a red liner. I think this is appropriate with the palette. I mean, like, sure. This is the Linda Hallberg Ingemood one. I also added some lashes. These are the Adele 258 lashes. So just so you know, I think like a little bit more sassiness with this look would be appropriate. I love it. Normally I don't go for these smoky eyes, but I think it is a really, really pretty look. Could you go with the palette in a more gray direction? Yes, you could. You can also skip like the dark, like the black here. Could just use the like purpley reddish shade. I thought this would be more red, to be honest. It is indeed quite purpley red. So just so you are aware of that. I do love it though. I wish they had maybe a like a matte red as well, like a medium red. I think that would tie in really well again. But I mean, I'm super happy with the look. I do love it. So yeah, love the palette though, like I said. This is the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it a lot. I hope you liked the tutorial, and if you want to see other looks with the palette, then please comment down below what you do want to see with the palette in the future. And we see us in the next video. I hope it's the one from Thursday. We'll see. I upload 3 times a week. If you don't know, if you love my content, then please subscribe. It's free, as well as turn on notifications so you don't miss a video. I upload Tuesday, Thursday and Sundays. And without further ado, I wish you a beautiful week, and we see us in the next video. Bye guys.